Welcome back, it's Doug MPA. This is number 20 of my compilations of women on TikTok who regret their student loans. I have 20 of these. I will put the link to the playlist at the end of this video. I'll also put the link in the description of this video, so make sure to check out the previous 19, guys. I'm going to be able to keep doing these. You want to know why? Because women keep going to these expensive institutions to get degrees nobody cares about, to get jobs that aren't going to make them any money. Men are in on the scam. Less men are going to college while women keep signing up. And 70% of the student loan debt is owned by women, guys. 70%. And I'm going to say what I say at the beginning of all these videos. A woman's debt should be a disqualifier for consideration for serious relationship or marriage, guys. Do not take a woman seriously. Do not marry a woman with a whole bunch of debt. Don't do it. It's not your problem. So we're going to get into this compilation. Before I do that, like the video, subscribe, drop a comment. I really appreciate it. It shows you support me and what I'm doing over here. Let's get into this.
In honor of it being tax day, I want to have a conversation talking about private student loan debt. Way back in the day when I went to college, the government told my parents that they, quote, made too much money, so therefore I could not get any kind of federal student loans to go to college. However, my parents could not afford for me to go to college and pay for college, so therefore we had to get a loan, aka a private student loan. So now, at almost 36 years old, I have $77,000 worth of student loan debt. My loan is a variable interest rate at 12.5%, and my monthly payments is a little over $1,000 a month to pay for my student loan.
So first off, it's been 18 years.
Jesus H. Christ.
$77,000 in student loan debt.
Jesus H. Christ.
A 12% interest on her student loans.
Jesus H. Christ.
And a $1,000 a month student loan payment.
Jesus H. Christ.
What was she thinking, guys? Who would sign up for this? Who? Why? But a lot of women just sign on the dotted line thinking, oh yeah, I'm going to be able to pay it back. No, you won't. Most of you will not, ladies.
Here is the real kicker though. Last year in 2023, I paid $12,000 in student loan interest, meaning that I hardly made a dent into my principal balance. So I just need some help. I don't know who to talk to about refinancing the loan because it is a private student loan, getting a loan to where I can actually make a dent into the principal balance if I pay extra, because this is fucking ridiculous. Like an extra $1,000 a month for my family would be life-changing.
So I got to give her credit. I checked her TikTok and she is married. The only thing bad about it is that her husband is saddled with this debt too. Just saddled with this debt. $1,000 a month to go to her student loans.
I would be able to do so much with $1,000, but yet here I am, I'm being tied down to the student loan, and I just need some help. So any advice, options, suggestions that you have, please let me know in the comments, because it would be just really greatly appreciated. We're also going to use this video as a little PSA for any parent that's about to sign up on a private student loan. Do not do it. Do not put your child through what I'm going through at 36, okay? When I was 18, I thought, I'm going to be able to pay this back. It's going to be fine. No, the economy went to shit. It went to shit. I couldn't even finish my schooling.
She didn't even finish her degree. And guys, I guarantee you that happens more often than we know. A lot of these women, especially women who want to go into STEM, they get into these engineering programs like, oh man, this is too difficult. Let me drop out or switch my major or something like that. This probably happens a lot.
And here I am today. And here's my PSA. If you are a student about to go to college in the next couple of years, if you cannot afford to go to a 4-year university right off the bat, if you do not have scholarships, grants, if you cannot get a federal student loan, do not go. You need to go to a 2-year community college, get all your prereqs out of your way, make sure that you fully know what you want to do in school, and then if you can get grants, if you can get scholarships to a university, do it. Or if you can afford it by then, by all means, go to university for sure. But do not get a private student loan debt. Do not do it. Thank you for coming to my TED Talk.
So I'm going to give her a round of applause for that honesty and good advice at the end. She's still cooked though. She's never gonna pay this off, guys, ever. I don't know what she plans on doing, and I wonder what the conversations between her and her husband are like.
Y'all, if you can, please stay away from private student loans. So when I was in school, I did a Sallie Mae private loan. When I signed up for the loan, the interest rate was at 7%. So not only was 7% interest building while I was in school, but by the time I finished paying off the loan, which was only a year after I finished school, the interest rate was at 12%.
It went from 7% to 12%. That's what happens when it's a variable interest rate.
So this is because a lot of private student loans have variable interest rates, where the interest rate of your loan can change literally just based off the discretion of who owns your loans. But if you had federal student loans, you will have fixed interest rates. And not only that, but you could have income-based repayment plans, you could get your loans deferred. There are so many programs that the government offers that can help you with your loans and paying them back. Whereas a lot of private student loans don't offer these programs.
Yep, and that's what a lot of these people that work for the city or teachers with a school district or federal workers, they had to find out the hard way. Um, with the student loan pause, only federal student loans were paused, not private loans. So people had to keep paying on those during the cough. And then any kind of student loan forgiveness. The federal government can only forgive federal student loans and not private.
So if there's one piece of advice I could give to myself back then, it would be to solely get federal student loans.
I wonder how much she ended up having to pay off or how much she still owes. But yeah, she's right, guys. Private student loans, don't go near them. You're better off waiting until you can get federal loans or working a job and saving up money.
I've been really getting into the nitty-gritty of my student loans because they're insane. It's like absolutely mind-blowing. I have federal and personal through Sallie Mae. I have 4 through Sallie Mae. And just one of them, I pay $268.74 on a month. And I have been paying on it since 2017. I originally took out $13,500. So since I started paying on it in 2017, paying $268 a month, I have paid them $19,296 for a $13,500 loan.
And she's probably nowhere near paying it off. Nowhere near. This is just one of her private loans. She has private and federal loans, guys. These women. What are they thinking? What are they thinking? And like I said at the beginning of this video, they pay all this money for degrees nobody cares about. What are the 7 degrees I always say that women get that aren't worth the paper they're printed on? Say it with me, guys. Psychology, sociology, social work, criminal justice, some kind of studies degree. So gender studies, African American studies, Asian studies, communications, and education. She has 1 or 2 of those, I guarantee it.
That currently has a balance of $12,854.25. And it's saying it won't be paid off until 2029, so 6 more years. So I will have paid over $40,000 for a $13,000 loan for one of them. One of them. The interest rate is like 15%.
A 15% interest rate. That's what you get.
Y'all, how are we doing it? How? I can't.
Guys, I know you want to feel bad for these women. Oh, how am I going to pay this off? What am I going to do? Don't feel bad for them, guys. They had to sign on a dotted line. No one makes these women take out loans. And it's not the taxpayer's fault or anybody else's fault that they didn't read the fine print. And for some of them, there's going to be some simp out there to save them. Because a lot of these women, what they want, guys, they want to find a guy like you, marry you, and then your money is the life money. And then they because they're strong and independent, they want to keep their money and use it for whatever they see fit. Stay away from women and a whole bunch of student loan debt, guys. Your mental, emotional, and monetary health is at stake, guys. Stay away from these women. Make sure to check out the playlist at the end. Like the video, subscribe, tell me what you think in the comments, and I will catch you on the next one.